Pokemon! It was created in 1995, and since then it's grown in major popularity. Kids love it, parents love it, and yeah, guess what? I still got my Game Boy because I love playing Pokemon. Boom! Blue. So good. Yeah, I wasn't a red guy. But did you guys know that Pokemon makes roughly about $1.5 billion a year? Yeah, that's through merchandising, games, t-shirts, everything. So that's your first of many facts, guys, because today we're talking about probably one of the coolest games of all time. Pokemon! But not just the games, we're also going to talk about the entire company and franchise. So guys, my name is Dave Wapple, welcome to FTD Facts, a channel where we talk about everything and everything, whether it be celebrities, the universe, or in this case, Pokemon. So guys, before I start this video, I want to know from all of you, who is your favorite Pokemon? Me? It was Charmander. Man, I love this guy. His high-pitched squeaking, his cute little talking, he shot fire out of his mouth. But anyways, let's move along and let's get fact attacked. Pokemon cards have been known to be extremely valuable, and people always will say Charizard is like the #1 most rarest card out there in the entire universe. People get killed over it. Literally, that's another fact for another time. But one of the most expensive cards to ever go on sale was the ultra rare Pikachu Illustrator card. To give you an idea, guys, there were only 6 of these cards put into circulation. I don't understand what it says because it's all in Japanese, but I know it was worth $100,000 when it went on sale. Now you know these Pokemon, Coughing and Wheezing. Well, originally they were going to be called New York and LA. This is because the Pokemon give out smoke and smog, and obviously they wanted to name the smoggiest Pokemon off of the most popular smoggy cities, New York and LA. Obviously, they changed that because they didn't want to piss off Americans. According to far-fetched Pokedex, it says that Pokemon at one point were eaten by people in the Pokemon universe. I mean, I could see Magikarp being eaten because it's totally useless, but Pikachu's? Remember how I said that people were almost killed over Pokemon cards? Well, back in 1999, a 14-year-old kid in Montreal was stabbed by a 12-year-old when the 12-year-old accused the 14-year-old of stealing his younger brother's box of Pokemon cards. Fortunately, the 14-year-old got stitches in his upper shoulder, and as for the 12-year-old, he was charged. Now, Poliwag, we all love him, especially for those cute little swirls, but did you know those swirls are based off of real tadpoles' intestines? Yeah, if you look at a tadpole, it's got see-through skin, and you can see its disgusting intestines. Ugh. In the Pokemon game, there are occasional Pokemons that aren't water-based Pokemon that do the attack Splash, which, yeah, we all hate. Splash is the most useless thing I've ever seen. But as a matter of fact, the reason why non-water-based use this attack is because it was a mistranslation of the word hop. Speaking about mistranslation, a lot of people think Pokemon is actually a Japanese word. Well, it's not. The company combined the words pocket and monster, creating Pokemon. Did you know that Arcanine, which was originally going to be a legendary Pokemon? I mean, doesn't it look legendary? It kind of looks honorable, almost maybe a little bit mysterious. However, this was changed for the Pokemon Moltres. If you look at the Pokemon Spinda, you will notice it's completely original. As a matter of fact, your Spinda will look completely different from the Spinda in your other friends' games. This is because the patterns and dots on the Pokemon are randomized, with over 4 billion combinations in the game. That's a lot. Okay, now here is a Pokemon that completely confuses me. Mr. Mime. This is because Mr. Mime can also be a girl. But the problem is Mr. Mime, if it's a girl, it's still being called Mr. Mime. Now we all know Pikachu is a mouse Pokemon, and we all know Meowth is a cat Pokemon. But the Pokemon designers wanted to be clever with their numbers. If you look at Pikachu, he is number 25. And because a cat is a predator to a mouse, they decided to flip the numbers, making Meowth 52. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know about that until I saw it. Do you guys remember this place, Lavender Town? Well, have you ever heard of Lavender Town Syndrome? According to reports, the music in Lavender Town is so depressing that it has made teenagers contemplate suicide. And I thought Pokemon was supposed to be a happy-go-lucky, colorful universe. The Pokemon Parasect is actually 2 Pokemons put together. And the mushroom on top, well, it's controlling the crab underneath. Kind of like a zombie or a parasite. Now this Pokemon Yamask, it's quite morbid. This Pokemon contains the dead souls of people. And the face on the stomach is the faces of the souls it's collected. Now as for me, I don't know about you guys, but Kadabra was one of my least favorite Pokemon. But according to designers, Kadabra was a kid who suffered from physical disabilities that evolved into a Pokemon when he woke up. Now, we can't deny that Pokemon has become a huge franchise. Its television show has captured millions of kids and even parents. But if we exclude specials, Pokemon at the time of this video has 19 seasons. And just so you know, that's over 907 episodes. That's a lot of animation. Whew! Now, did you know that Pokemon Silver and Gold were originally planned to be the final Pokemon games? I guess they felt that they could make more money. The original name for Pokemon was going to be Capsule Monster, and for that game, the first Pokemon that was ever designed was Rhydon. So you could definitely say that Rhydon was the very first Pokemon. I don't know why it's not number 1. As we all know, Nintendo and Pokemon are in business together. And to help each other's business and to kind of say thank you, because in almost every single game you will notice a console either in a room or owned by a kid. Pokemon Crystal was so popular in Japan that it was the first game that you could connect to your cell phones. This is so you could have online play, but unfortunately it wasn't available for us in the States. Did you know that the 3 legendary birds have very cleverly written names? If you look at the end of their names, they have the numbers 1, 2, and 3 in Espanol. Articuno being 1, Zapdos being 2, and Moltres being 3. Now, Game Freak is the designers that made Pokemon. But you may not know this, that back in the 80s, they started out as a gaming magazine. And eventually, they got sick and tired of talking about video games. They decided, wait a minute, let's just make some instead. And thank God they did, because we wouldn't have the great franchise known as Pokemon. So thanks for watching, guys. That has been another FTD Facts. In this case, we were talking about Pokemon. My name's Dave Wapple, and before I get out of here, guys, I want to know, what facts would you guys like to see in the near future? Be sure to put it down there in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, and if it's your first time here coming with us, hit that subscribe button, and also check out these other videos. You can learn much more. See you later.